うたさん、こんばんは。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっとね、相変わらず読み込まないんで。音大丈夫かな？うるさくない？ BGM。ちょうどよき OK P さん、こんばんは。ミステリアスあ、おちかさんこんばんは。高評価ありがとう。ゲームいってらっしゃい。まあいいや。とりあえず始めるか。ロード長。ちょっと待って、マウスカーソルがどこ行った？あ、できたできた。ちょっと待って。1日目。
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Hardin, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask. Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick? Groovewick? Greywick?
知らないよ、そんなの。
I don't much care for it. Perhaps Betty found herself a burly Viking warrior, one native. Put horns on her hat, drinks mead out of a chalice, eats goat meat off the bone, that sort of thing.
字幕 OK。なんか、ボエムちゃんが読んでくれない。うわー、消える！消えないで！何これ？あ、選べってこと？わからん。
How can you know for sure?
She's my sister.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
Oh, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear.
Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her down.
Massachusetts.
Everything will be Jake, old fruit.
おっさん
Is that it? Is that Groovewalk? It looks so peaceful and beautiful.
キスの嵐
And
し
so
ます。
desolate. Like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
おしゃべり。じゃあ棒読みちゃんがね読んでくれないんですけど、なんでなんああ、わかったよ。そういうことだね。これでいいおきだろう。いやー、何が起きた？そういうことだったんだよ、ワトソン。ワトソンくん。どこへ行った？カーソルが荒ぶってる。マルチ。よし。痩せ型だね。
Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where?
すごいな、すごくな。
Where's the farm?
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
行かせる。
Ready?
Wait. The ground's muddy. It's easy to slip and fall. Walk slowly and watch out for...
Don't be a wet blanket. A little mud never hurt anyone.
Fine. Just stay close.
As long as you keep up with me.
おいちゃん走れないんだけど。
Dear Mr. Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Troubled to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. Hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland.
Anna Fretland.
Well, I'm here.
Oh.
Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains? Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way. Righto. Step to it, teddy bear. Alice?
I'm up at the farm.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm by the farmhouse.
これは走れないのかね。休む。
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up! Storm's getting closer.
すみません。おじちゃん定期的に休まないと疲れちゃうから。突然のオープニングです。休む。景色を見るみたいな感じですかね。ちなみにこのおじちゃんは妹を探しているそうです。
ノルウェーってことは北欧の言葉なのかな。
何なんだろう。綺麗だね。すぐ座るやん。
Edward Charles Hard. I'm waiting for you.
はい、すいません。
ノルウェー
にノルウェーって。はは、面白いな。皆さんは本当に面白いな。
Alice.
I'm waiting for Teddy. This way.
テディ。真実は時に2つ。田中さんこんばんは。疲れた。景色をゆっくりとご覧ください、皆様。
だからいつまでも残業できますよ。気が起きないし。
残業やだー。わー、おいちゃんもう疲れちゃった。休むそこでも休める定期的に休まないと死んじゃうんですか？人気？スーツケースがあるんだ。そんなに重いのかな。なんか怖っ。これホラーゲームじゃないんですよね。
Are you here?
I'm right here.
あ、そんなとこにいたの。
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70.
ふ
Put some spring into your step, old sport.
暗。
Did you see the flag? It's at half mast. Someone died.
誰かが死んだんだ。
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where
わ
is
からないけ
everyone?
ど。いい場所じゃん。みんなどこ行ったのかな。
This is starting
山
to
にでも行っ
creep
たん
me
じゃないで
out.
すか。
Up in the mountains, maybe.
Herding goats? Are they goat herders? I took them more for fisher folk.
The rain's picking up.
こんな疲れやすい体だけど序盤に吸血
You
鬼に噛まれ
first,
て
old
超進
bean.
化するんだよね。
強っ。
Hello? Anyone there? Mr.
違う
Fretland?
国だと常識も違う
Mrs.
からなかな
Fretland?
か整理するの難し
This
そう
is
だよ
Edward
ね。
Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a
立ち上
rattle.
がってやってみた。
Can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
入ろうぜ。
I'm coming in. This is...
お邪魔
This
し
is
ま
Mr.
す。
Harden.
コンコン。
Hello? Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December.
これは
Hey,
事件
you
の
want
匂
to
いが
check
す
out
る。
the upstairs? Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup.
What?
I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
ついてくるんだ。なんか天気。
Look! Family
この
pictures.
人たちはアメリカ人なの
They
か。
must be the
買うのかな。
You can see the whole village from up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating.
雨降ってきた。拡大す
Where
る。
do you think they've gone?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's like a dead land,
さあ、探偵者
as
ね
though
る
its
始め
soul
ていま
has
す。
departed.
The Fretlands.
Right. Anna and
すごい壁作
John?
る。
Johann.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of
お
anything?
じじ。
It's 1923, Teddy old boy. Women can vote.
めっちゃ選択肢あるよ。
I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you.
喋りまくってて
Old
選
Johann's a
択
bit
していいかわ
wooden.
からないね。
そうなん
Like
だよ
someone
ね。
put a stick
They're
up his
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously.
へ
Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
え。やめ
What
な
can
さ
I
い。
say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
この
Hanover
子の声なん
isn't
か
the
仮面の
sticks.
声に聞こえる。
Says
わら。
you.
名探偵コーナー。
Wait, is that? Are they?
あ、
Who's? They're all twins.
双子だ。
All of them.
おお。
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899.
25周年。
They'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
バロー、バロロロロロロ。すごい見ちゃってるけど。読む。
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
なるほど、双子がトリックのヒントか。
How old was he?
19. Operations were suspended after the accident. Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
なんということでしょう。
Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
つまり死んでしまった方になり変わってるトリック。
出たー。あれあれですね。
それはちょっと思った。わら。
え
名探偵の
名探偵なおじさん。
Oof, that's a grim sight, old bean.
厳しい光景だよさ。
And soaked to the bone.
濡れネズミだ。
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
死んでるかもしれないね。はあ、びっくりした。
Betty,
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty. That's...
Scar.
多すぎるでしょ。
I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it
looks
in
like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off,
なぜこんなところ
dancing
に。
around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever.
Look,
あ、
it
そう
is
だ
her scarf. It even smells like her perfume.
But what if that's not?
She's here.
怪事件こんばん
We're finally
は。
going to find her.
That's
このまま聞
that's
いた
great,
怖いな。
Edward. Really.
確かに。
I wouldn't want you to get your hopes
期
up.
待しすぎない方
I
がいい
mean,
か
where's
な。
everyone gone to?
何かおかしい気がする。あ
Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
I...
ー、
lightheaded,
前
that's
が
all.
下だけ。
ピンピン、
You're
ここち
having
ゃんの
another
匂いがする。
spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
妹はもしかして私。
Sit
こん
down.
なと
That's
こに
an
しまっ
order
た
from
と。
your commander.
Yes.
わ
Fine.
かったよ。
I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
鏡を見
I
たけ
want
ど
you to
そん
lie
な
down.
年取ってる感
Lie
じはしなか
down
ったけ
and
どな。
close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
But what if the Fretlin...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down,
死亡フラグな気がする。
breathe deeply.
じゃあ彼女のスカーフはここさんのもの。
I'm
こ
just...
いつが引っ張り回したのに急に優しくなったね。
急に優しい。寝ちゃったよ。いいのかな。起きたらいないみたいなことがありよりのありなのでは。あお。
Elizabeth? Is that you?
あー怖い。
Betty?
これ絶対いないと思ったんだよ
Listen, are
ね。
you here?
急にホラーの
Where are you?
やだー、ホラーじゃないですか。聞いてないですよ。こんなとこに貼るなよ。
Lissy?
絶対いないと。うい
Hey, who's there?
怖え。
とりあえずドンキ探さないと。
Elizabeth?
とりあえず武器を
Wait!
探さないと。これホラーゲームじゃないですよね。急に
Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty.
見ていいかもしれない。外に
Are you here?
開
Are
く
you
ん
in
だ。
here, Lissy?
いやー、閉めるんかい。開けるじゃん。うわ
Who's out there?
ー
Hello?
誰だ。
Betty? Lissy?
こんな風だっ
安くていい
た。
らしいけど。
ゴーストって意味らしい。そうなの。ホラーゲームじゃん。なにこれ。
I'm not alone.
ここにも誰かがいる。これ何、足跡ってこと。よち。何。聞いてないんですけど。
I can hear you.
聞こえてるぞ。
Betty?
パルスですよ。クソ怖いんだけど、なんでこんな急に。走れない。カラッシュ。何
Who goes there? Wait!
よい。座ってる場合ちゃうぞ。乗り越えたんか。
Alice, where are you?
ぐるぐる。
おう。ぐるぐる
Someone there?
誰かいるのか。人間じゃ何かと戦うゲームじゃ
Are
ない
you
んだ
out
よ。
there, Betty? Hello?
あ、ヤギさんだ。
Betty, is that you?
いやー、絶対違うでしょ。
Are you there, Betty?
わあ、
Shit.
メガネ。
Elizabeth, are you there?
エリザベス。
Can you hear me?
こんばんは。
キミさんこんばんは。真っ暗で見えないよ。何これ。
The boat!
うわ
Where's our boat?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
さあ、何してんだよ。
ちょっとブルブル
Where
して
did
ま
you
した。
go?
あ、ほんと。
Why did you leave me?
It stopped raining and you were sleeping. And our boat, it's
nice.
gone.
The boat? What?
ブルブル。
How?
ブルブルして
Maybe you
る。
didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but
なんでじゃろうね。
did you see Betty?
Did I see? What are you talking about?
I think Betty. It was Betty. It was her.
YouTube 調子悪いんかな。
It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone.
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not?
I mean,
ゲー
I
ムの画質
saw
下
her
げられたり
face,
する
and it
ゲー
looked
ムの
like her.
画質
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself. And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted. Come on.
いやー、勝手に進むやん。
マットマン。
マットマン。これちょっと、何どうしたらいいこれ。
こんばんは。
エイベさんこんばんは。
わ
あグラフィック
サンキューです。
うん。ちょっと待って。
ブルブルしなくなったような気がする。
ような気がする。
I will find you again.
結局、主は帰ってきてないの？
Teddy, come outside.
何やっ
It's a
てんだよ。
beautiful day.
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
なんか
Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty.
ミステリ
She was in the garden.
ーフォローなの
She called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit. Wide
どこで
awake
喋っ
at
てんの
first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that. It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow. That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Oh, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're looking down on us from the mountaintops.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry.
腹は
First
減って
point
ない
on the
動きが
agenda.
複数の
Find the mission.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by the...
あー
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
ボックスステップやめなさい。笑
中には飛ばされたんだけど何これこれはさっき読んでたやつやな。これ地図ですか？地図
今飛ばされたんか。
なんかパーンって飛んでってるな。これマップみたいな感じですか？右上か左上とかに表示してもらえないですかね。
Where are you, Lissy?
By the village houses, Teddy!
びっくり。走れるんかい。やっと走れるおいちゃん。なんか急に画質が気持ち悪くなったな。
急に声大きくなった。笑
うん。てかさ、暗くない？なんかすごく暗いんだけど。全部明るくしようかな。わあ、明るすぎて気持ち悪い。逆にどうしたらいいんだこれ。
してた。
くるくるしてた。これあれじゃない？ YouTube が悪いんじゃない？
Lissy!
全部
by the village
YouTube のせい
houses!
にしていく。
脱出関係ないのかな。
関係ないんだったらあげたいな。気持ち悪いんだけどな、この画質。
You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
寒い。
It's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly?
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
T20 だ
I
から
thought
だ
you
よ。
were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm
1
doing?
20
Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a
今一
scout's
瞬
job,
オフラインに
old
なっ
bean.
てた。
今一瞬オフライン。あ、私？あれね。オフラインになるってことは、私のパソコンがもうダメなのかもしれないな。パソコン
今
が
ぐるぐる20。
ぐるぐる
Where are
20。
you going?
何ぐるぐる20って。どこ行くの？降りなさいよ。全然話聞いてなかった。
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the
脱
houses?
出戻していいよ。
はーい。 れどれだっけ、これだっけ。ウルトラってあるんだ。怖っ。さすがにそれは無理やわ。なんやろな。ちょっと待ってね。
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
勝手に入っちゃう。
No one home?
誰もいない。中には入れないのね。
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go
スイッ
seek,
チで見ること
I'd
にした。
say that's a no.
オッケー。
There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
ツイッチだとぐるぐるしないんだったら、やっぱりあれなんかな。YouTube が悪いんかな。わからない。どっちなんだい？
トイトキは生きてます。
ツイッチは生きてる。
Hello? Who's there?
急にそういうのやめてよ。今の見てなかったの？ちょっとやめてよ。無反
そっかツイッチや
応かよ。
ったんだ。
うん、ツイッチ。
Hello? Anyone home?
こんにちは、勝手に入ります。
そったら
前に。なんだろうね。お布団。
September 21st, 1923. Vi desperata.
気持ちよさそう。
Lissy,
Yeah.
found something here. Escalated from words to stones.
子供部屋。
Blood has been spilled.
子供部屋かな。
The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good sforlata.
グド。
Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy.
何この
The letter just trails off.
送り出されなかった。
Never sent.
何ここにいた人たちは消滅したの？何やってんだ？
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear.
ただの
You're
風だよ。
skittish as a pussycat. 3 strikes,
普通に怖いだろ。
you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while.
すごい。
Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Still think everyone's up in the mountains herding goats?
あ、
また
I
私。
saw some sheds down by the water. There's the general store, the church.
In other words, time for some sightseeing? Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
楽しそうだね。
Lissy?
What is it?
なんでもないです。誰かいますか？誰もいませんね。先に行っててどこに行くんや？
風景が綺麗だね。
ね、綺麗だね。勝手にこっち来ちゃったからいいのかな。
こんばんは。今日もドンカツですね。
とんかつじゃありません。グーさんこんばんは。お、なんかある。何これ。お知らせ。
July 24th.
告別
Memorial
式。
service.
お墓じゃん。
A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
うわ
お墓を掘り起こそう。
ー。なんてことをするんだ。
All these graves. What happened?
It's a
It's no money.
cemetery.
But look at the soil. These are recent burials.
You're right.
Do you think this is where everyone's
猟
gone?
銃持ったおじちゃんが、よそ者は帰れ、行ってきそうない中。
Are they
確か
all
に。
dead?
How many graves are there?
Not enough, I guess. How many people lived here?
I'm not sure. Also, someone must have buried them.
There's that.
Something did happen. Several
短
people
時
died
間、
in a
短
short
期間
period
で
of
数
time.
人が死んだ。
An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
うえ
I wouldn't want to speculate until I've learned more.
I can speculate for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the church?
ああ、
Why would they board up a church?
To keep the
封
ghosts
鎖さ
from
れてい
escaping?
る。
Lissy.
Or the goats from getting in?
看板。
What does that say?
God is not here.
不思議な建物だね。
不思議な建物じゃな。
Lissy,
間違
are
え
you
た
here?。
Hello.
隠しツールとかないの？ここには何もないようで
So
す
much for
ね。
that. No wedding, no baptism, no funeral.
There must be people somewhere. Where are you going?
For constitutional. To breathe some of this salty sea air. You go on ahead. I'll find you.
また先に行けって言われた。先に行けってどこに行くんですか？ああ。
Lissy!
I'm up at the church, Teddy.
行ったことないとこに行けばいい感じかな。あれがあれでしょ？下かな？あっちはさっき行ったとこでしょ？
夏を通り越 して紅葉の季節。
確かに。秋なんかな。ここが戻ってきたとこ。そうね。家に戻るのかな。こっちはなんかある。
こういうゲーム難しいよね。
うん。あ、なんかあった。今入れないのか。
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and
い
milked.
つの間に。
Probably not in that order. Frederick Fretland and son.
Johann's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. Or maybe something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland.
どっちがどっち
The
なの
older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this.
何を言っているんだ。開かないようです。
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking...
あれ
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. A tobacco
タ
farming.
バコを
maybe.
育てるとかさ。
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
あ
The ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat. If it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Like parsley in it? Use it in the...
ね。
in the pond? Forget it, stupid idea.
It must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
You saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather is bad...
It can't be healthy, being so isolated. Cooped up inside, reading the collected works.
Yeah, all right. I get
This
it.
village is basically Utah.
I said all right.
不法侵入はできないのかな。いやでもちゃんと中見える。力は見えないんだ。あ、見えた。あ、なんか書いてあるよ。なんて書いたんだあれ。え、見えない。ん？バーネバンバネモアモアモアモアザーどういう意味？船。
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So who took our boat? A ghost?
I believe the tide took our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A shadow?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head.
すべて幻。書く？何を？うわお。
これパソコン版じゃないのね。
PC 版ですよ。マスオさん？え、この人がってこと？なんかムービーで見ると意外とおじさんだった。あ、これもしかしてずっと書いてるやつや。永遠に見るところだったぜ。何もないんかーい。ああ、そういうこと。そうなんですよ。コントローラーでやってます。
ノルウェー語はわからんから難しいな。
これノルウェー語なの？
書き終わりましたと実績が出るとか出ないとか。
ああ、そういう実績もあるのね。なるほど。あ、なんかある。釣りとかしそう。
What's this?
しそう。
Remnants of the
でき
mining
そう。
operation.
What, mine?
There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
動物の森？
Tilmin It's a memorial.
記念碑だ。
3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Framdu, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article.
昨日見たやつか。
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
Maybe.
He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teenagers don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
厳しいな。厳しい世の中だ。Maybe。なんかさ、こういう袋見るとさ、なんか入ってそうだよね。何とは言わないけど。ラブシックさんこんばんは。アウチ。うわー、線路で歩くやつ。
人の頭とか入ってる。
人の部位が入ってそうですね。そう。この中に。ここで入浴する的な。座れないのかい。
洗濯だろうね。
あ、洗濯ね。川で洗濯に出かけたおじいちゃんとおばあちゃんみたいな。桃が流れてくる。ニューヨークでニューヨーク。
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
侵入禁止。
What do you say?
It's not safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, teddy bear.
本当
I'll
にいけ
wager
ないのか。
1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these
裏
traitors
切り
he
者
refers
とは
to?
誰だ。
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
はん
Maybe
た
we missed something.
退屈ね。
An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth
も
another
う一
look,
度
I
見る価
guess.
値はあるか。さっきのお店に行くそうです。さっきのお店はこの先のやつだったかな。え？ああ、
近いからしかな。
なんだと。
Is that?
あ
Listen,
れは、
come here.
あれは
It's Betty's hat. She was here.
ガラスだガ
She
ラ
could
ス。
still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm
I
not
know
sure.
my sister's hat, Lissy. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
中に入るぜ。開かないのかよ。ガラスを。
ごめんなさい、私の服全部島村なの。
島村、そこどっか空いてるやろ。空いてるし。
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to
さっ
break
き
the
空い
law.
てなかったよな。
I approve.
侵入禁止はいかないけど、人の家に侵入するし、さっきは開いてなかったよね。
開いてなかった気が。
Won't budge.
Don't be a
動かないん
milquetoast.
かい。
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
割ればいいんじゃない？さっきのはダメだけど、家には入ると。
Believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
What?
Oh my, Teddy.
What?
You're such a
なん
sap.
で上にぶら下がってるのは何？お邪魔します。
Tanty, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't
やっ
here.
ぱりこれは
is
特
this?
別フライパンか。
フライパンがぶら下がってる
Not
の？
necessarily
血
human.
だ。
Well, that's alright then. What does it say?
な
Barn
んて書
murder?
いてあるの？バーン
Someone murdered a
マー
barn?
ダー。バーンを殺したってこと？
バーネモアダーだった。
怪しいですな。事件の匂いが。なんだこれ。これは見れないのか。これ何？
じいちゃん、晩ご飯まだ。
キャッシュ。キャか。これお金のやつ、これ。レジン的な何か。キャッシャー。すーごいなんか荒れてるね。開けとこうよ。ダメなんだ。うわ。血かな。
切ってあっているらしいさっきの。どこかに敵が持ってる。
チルドキラーって意味らしい。これ敵が芋ってる。出てきやが
Barn
れ。
means child.
殺
And
人。
mortar, that's...
Child murder.
子供殺し。
Edward. They murdered a child?
はーん。
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
はーん。ノルウェー語なんですか？
Damnation. The hat's in
おのれ。
Calm down, old boy.
一気に怖くなってきました。
Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
そろそろじいちゃんの何かけてって言ってみようか。
Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
怖くなってきた。じっちゃんの名にかけて。私はコナン派ですね。どうするの？こじ開けられないの？開けられないようですね。あっちからは開くのかしら。開くんかい。あ、タイプライターがある。セーブしよう。ああ、びっくりした。やめてよ。
These were never sent.
送り出
How
され
long
な
have
か
they
った
been
手紙
piling
だ。
up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June.
A couple of months.
ビビった。あれ
Perhaps the boys forgot about Grovik.
ウテブ AV ドリフト
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been
Cheetah.
fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
アニマルビデオ
S O.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it
電
been
報さんのス
fixed?
テーツの時代
Perhaps
なんだ
there
ろ。
wasn't much demand for it anymore.
わかんない。1920何年出てなかった？タイプライター使えないの
1920年代らしいけども。
見る。 ティルシモンフラルスわからへん。開ける。
What are you doing?
何やって
Looking
る
for
の？
keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
誰の名前だろう。読む。
It's from Simon. Casa. I don't know what that word means.
サイモン。この単語は知らないな。
Yai put it means I put.
私は置
Knuckle
い
is
た。
key.
鍵を
You
置い
put the
た。
key in the casa?
Casa.
ああ、さっき
She
の
had
とこ
my
ろに
dictionary. The note's addressed to his
置い
father.
たってこと？
So the
鍵
key
を
was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash
レジ
register.
スターって意味だったんだ。
You're a
回す
genuine
の
gangster now,
楽
old
し
fruit.
そう。チー
Don't
ン
worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house.
現金だ。
The vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
へえ。
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
拾う。
鍵より金だ。
金だ。少
真っ先に現金
ね
選ぶ当たりここしゃねる。
え。やらしい。ここの鍵のことかな。うん。あれ？
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here, and not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
エドワードらしい。
Not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure
翻
my
訳もい
translation
ま
will
い
be.
ち。
Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered.
え？
This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... What's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
わ？
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out!
No, Lissy, wait.
いない。いなくなるの早いんだよな。勝手に開けていく。This way.
I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died.
Oh,
Staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without
い
heart?
な。
Get yourself up here, Edward Harvey, right this minute.
わかんない。謎すぎる。
Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this.
あ
Whoopsie-daisy. What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
死
You're
んだ場所
being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
女の子のちょっと待って。いやこれ完全に事件じゃないですか。あなたの
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock.
大量の血が流れたはずだ。
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
どう俺いのが置いてあるよ。
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Or maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old.
家で見たやつじゃない。
Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
さらに上に行けるのかな。おいちゃん死にそうやで。うわ
上から岩降ってきそう。
バッドエンドじゃん。めーっつって。どうやってこれ
Are you here, Lissy?
Yes?
そっちか。
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. You're right. It is awfully chilly.
One
Oh,
second.
teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell?
おい、怖い。
Certainly high enough to kill a child.
If I had to go, this would be the way to do it. Soaring through the air like a bird.
And landing like a rock.
たのヒュン。
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
妹と何の関係あるんだろうね。
Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling,
ただしつこ
breaking something. Lissy, are you there?
Teddy,
My word.
なんすか。
Look away,
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
Lissy. It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. This is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been?
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on
数
temperature.
週間。わからない。誰だろう。見てみよう。ハエがブーン。
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry.
釣られた男。
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
ルース。
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
well, there's some consolation in that, I guess.
確かに。
Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty, 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 always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care? Look at me when I'm talking to you.
ごめんって。そんな怒る。
What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
もういいですか。
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
ああ、死体を触るのはな。
起きたらウジとか出てきそうだもんな。
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
She was probably murdered.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
DC 可愛い時もあるんだけどな。
怒ると怖いんだよね。お、これはなんだ。
ハムとチーズとワインで乾
What did
杯
you
だ。
find?
Someone tried to burn this. It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
なんか登場人物がいまいち把握できないな。誰が誰だかわからなくなってきた。
俺もわからなくなってきた。
誰が誰でっていうあれが欲しい。なんていうの？これは
相関図欲しいね。
ね。ね、殺された女の子は結局何？ルースって子なの？何なんだ？アナ・フレッドランド。はあ。
ルースは姉たちの娘かな？
娘が死んだってこと？
人あんまり出てこないのに唐突に情報を多くぶっ込んでくるね。
顔がない人物だからなんか想像がしにくいというか、なんて言ったらいいのかな。名前だけだと誰が誰だかわからなくなる。これが結
It's almost
局
painful to look at this
冗談で喧嘩
photograph
してる
now.
ってのは分かった。
Their whole world fell apart.
この写真の人たちがここに
Ugh,
住んで
I
る人
can't
た
bear to
ち。
think about it.
う
Do you think Simon killed Ruth?
It's not important what I think.
I don't know what to believe.
サイモンは誰？
Sometimes children do monstrous things. Now that we know what happened to Ruth, this empty house is even spookier.
It's a house, nothing more.
You know better than most that souls can linger. Especially if they died
There's
in...
no such thing as a soul.
Life force. Ghost. Whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The only ghosts are in our minds.
Says you.
The two brothers married twin sisters, Anna and Margaret Taylor. That's the Grovik Stave Church behind them.
All those hopes and dreams, ground to dust by misfortune.
この双子の片方が死んだんだよね。
そう。
で、この片方の家族の写真がこれ？
唐突に現れる立身怖い。
で、娘がルースってことか。唐突に現れる確かに。怖いよ。
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy
Not
to...
now, please.
妙にグラがリアルだね。
ね。寝るか。
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
これはまた何かが始まるのでは。ちょっと待って。3日目。何日続くんだろうね。よいしょ。おはようございます。はい。2階か。そういえば2階見てなかったな。なんか似たような部屋だな。読む。長い。誰の日記だこれ。お腹が空いた。目玉焼きとソーセージが食べたい。ヨハーテ君の手紙が届いた。マサチューセッツ州ハノーバーのエドワード・ハーデン。私のことか。はあ。マーガレットがこの世を去っていて、フレドリックよりも私の方が英語でやり取りできる。マーガレットって誰だ？ 妹か？妹さん。エリザベス、エリザベス・ハーデンが妹か。何ここに来る予定だったの？ここに来てた？間違えた。読む。一体どこへ行かれた？アストリッド。ヤギが土地の草を食べた。マーガレットのことが恋しい。わけがわからなくなってきた。誰の日記なの？チョコレート丸々一本。
これ奥さんの日記じゃないの？
奥さんの日記？マーガレットは奥さんの妹だよね。でも何か隠しているように思う。なるほどね。また間違えたー。
カタカナの名前覚えにくいな。
ちょっとメモでもしとくか。
ドレス作ったって言ってるしね。
ドレス。なるほど。奥さんがアナだっけ？もうわかんなくなっちゃう。どこ？
そう感じあったりするのにね。
ないんだよね。珍しいよね。妹の名前なんだっけな。この人の妹。これ歌って元に戻るんや。めくることしかできない。ヨハン。 ヨハンがあれか、旦那さんか。
おはようございます。こんばんは。
ヨハンは一体誰なんだ。豆腐さんこんばんは。みーちゃんこんばんは。わけがわからなくなってきた。ヨハンフレドリック誰やねん。なに
文字化上位は
聞いてしまったわだ。うん。何、娘が殺された後の話かこれ。違うわ。双子のどっちかが死んだ時かこれ。あ、死んでる。サイモンも死んだのか。終わり？終わりだ。うん。相関図を誰かくれ。ピアノだ。
飲み物入れてた。
おかえり。あ。誰かが作った曲なんですかね。ドラーゲンワルツ。悲しいね、なんかね。ピアノマなんかついてるよ。ほんと陽気な音楽とか。ルースの部屋じゃん。
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth.
はい。
Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
怒ってる。
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8. This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle, Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
よくわかるな。
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
The cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
なんだろうね。何に見えるあれ。キノコ？お、
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of
サイモ
terms.
ンのお父さ
They
ん
look like they
2
want
人
to。kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
サイモンのお父さん2人？ What？ あ、テディベアだ。
サイモンは弟の方の息子でしょ。
弟の方か。2人っていうからわけわかんなくなっちゃうじゃん。弟の方の名前がわからないんだよな。息子ってことね。
ちょっと翻訳が怪しいっぽいね。
なるほどね。バグったー。死んでる。テディベアだ。怖い人形だ。あ、
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
アンデッド
What
の
an
怪
odd
物。
book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen,
Please.
the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And... Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
そういうお話があるんですね。出られませんね。なんででしょうか。まだ何かあるんでしょうか。
フルネームで言うときはバカにしてるよね。笑。
ね。読めるわけではない。ズームイン。ズームイン。はっ。
We've never finished this. What does that spell?
Ho.
F-O-R-B.
For Banelson, the curse.
Who's that figure
Totally.
supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew... It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
何が入っているんでしょうか。なんじゃこ
What
り
is
ゃ。
this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. They belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin. On the doll.
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things. There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
The church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be careful.
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Hmm. 教会に行くのかな。
Where are you, Lissy?
Upstairs. Bye bye. 教会ってどこ？開かないね。
教会は地図の左の方。
こっちから行くのかな。行けなかった。
随分軽い音するね。
かーん。このまま道なりですね。誰かが鳴らしてるってことなんですかね。 見えてきました。
All these fresh graves.
は？
Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty?
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward, your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
真新しい墓とか怖いんですけど。
No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
誰かいる？
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards?
覗くの？見る。
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
え？
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards are flimsy enough to break.
Whoa.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
誰もいないじゃん。
Look. Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty. You're turning into such a pill. What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive.
こんなとこに上がっていいのか？
Final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
ろうそく。
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
あ、入れるんだ。
The church book. A record of births and
これは赤番ですね。
deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead,
Her name would be in the book.
なるほど。
vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing
la
pages
la.
left the church. Look,
散らばってるやつか。
how many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
ほー
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times, for he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Old English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
この裏とかにあるんじゃねえの？
It's right here.
は？
What are you doing?
そう近い。
We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Just one more page missing.
あと1枚。あと1枚はどこにあるんでしょうか。ねえな。ここか。
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
説教。
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two. Between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
双子の
The
名
sermon's
前
from
か？
before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Tilly Verandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago.
あ、ナンジさんおやすみ。
God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
はーい。
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Betty, 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 will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? But this is the bell we heard ringing.
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the third Fretland brother. The one who died in the cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. It were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
どうやってくっつけたんだ。
Look here. Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
なんか、でも、兄弟喧嘩みたいな感じじゃないの。ここまで来ると。二人の。
Edward? What's wrong?
Final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
なんか、妹は普通にこの兄弟喧嘩に巻き込まれた的な。
Where are you going? Don't leave me! Edward!
You better not be here, Betty. We'll never
お互
forgive
い
you.
の子供を殺したんじゃないですか。どこ行くねー。ね。
Where are you going?
いや本当にね、どこ行くのって感じだよね。どこ行くの？どこ行けばいいの私。あ、うわ。
This one. It's unmarked.
What
まさか
Have you gone completely mad?
本当に掘り起こす時が来るなんて。
Edward, stop it!
God,
よかっ
it's
た
not
って。
her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
怖いなん
Oh,
か。
Edward. What have you done?
I.
墓地を掘るとはこのこと。
もうケ
It's
ツの
not Elizabeth. I was so afraid,
You're a monster.
but I had to be sure. If Betty.
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or
that.
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
聞いたんだけど。
Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone.
ねえ。
Please. Come back.
もう
I need you.
そんなことできるんですか？いや消えろって言ったけど普通に消えてほしかったな。そういう感じで来る
I was afraid you left me. Now listen to me.
消え方って問題あるよね。
聞き方はちょっと
Lissy.
急に急になんか行かないで。
I didn't mean what I said.
いい押されへんのかい。
Everything's always about Betty. Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Dumb.
この子別にさ、ただの助手じゃないの？なんなん？どういう関係なんですか？
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
一体何者なんだ？
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet? Your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward Charles
Fuck
Hardy.
you!
I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase.
Now, be reasonable.
そんな細かい。なんでお前消えるんや。一体何者なんだ。
What are you doing?
Wow.
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please
私
listen.
たち
Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me.
押されへん。
I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no, 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 no!
おー。おー。大丈夫？
Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me
Wow.
sick, Edward. Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, Never. Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
夢か？
夢落ち？すべてが変わるという実績を解除しました。4日目。急展開すぎて何がなんだ
Wake
か
up, Edward.
あ、はい。羽が見えます。
Stop hiding.
何なんだ？何？
Without us, you are nothing.
急
You
にそういう
cannot hide
感じて
from
くる。
us.
Where's Lissy?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to
ま
you,
た消えた。
Lissy. Oh,
なんか急に SF になったんですけども、誰かが説明して。薬中かな。なんかそんな感じがしてきた。すべてはこの主人公が病気みたいな。聞いてくれ。どうなってるんだ。
Please. Lissy, you can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
You'll never meet my father.
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
名探偵。
I don't need God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course, I...
はあ。また。
Alice. Don't go. Hear me out. I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, teddy bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
ん？
父親の自殺見て妄想で相棒を産んでしまった感じか。
父親の自殺？自殺したの？
さっき引き金を自分で引いたって言ってた。
この人の父親がってこと？
Betty. You were here.
なんかお母さんも死んだって言ってなかった？めっちゃ消えるやん。
Lissy, I'm tired of chasing you. Alice, be reasonable. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty,
she must have...
Betty. Betty. You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What? You decide what is real. We are real to you.
We'll never be the same.
She does not want you.
わお。
Who are you talking to?
Why do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like a mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being
もう
around
病
us.
気じゃん。
Like father.
レイ
Bang!
ナさん
Right
こ
in
ん
the
ばん
coconut.
は。
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
But not us. We're always here for you.
I beg you.
You are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine.
お母さんは溺れて死に、お父さんは銃で自殺か。
Good.
ひで
なんだろうな。
犯人はこの中にいます。
エドワードは存在してないのかな。
言うやんだな。
なんかこういうの見てるとさ、いろいろ考えちゃうんだよね。どうぞどうぞ。どうぞどうぞ。本当は誰の部屋これ。
どうぞどうぞ。
どうぞどうぞ。あ、開かないんだっけ。下に行くか。
コートマネキンに着せてあげたら。
あ、マネキンに着せるの。うわっち。え？
あっち。
何？急に暗黒。急に5日目になるじゃん。何か落ちましたよ。あーち。
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
コートを着ている。ふん。
Are you upstairs?
このマネキン怖いんだけど。2階。こっちだな。
Betty? Betty? Are you in there?
開かないやつじゃ
Open
ん。
the door! I'm coming in! Stand away from the door!
アイス食べたい。
お腹すいた。今日ご飯食ってないんだよね。うわー。
No! No, 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 no!
誰？
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
誰？
I thought it was you, Betty. Who?
これあれじゃない？
Anna.
奥さん死んでるよ。どういうこと？何？
It's from Johann, addressed to his wife.
誰が鍵かけたんだ？
わからにゃい。
Did you notice the handwriting, Betty?
自分で書け
He
た。
was clearly distraught. Knock, ere knock. Enough is enough.
もうたくさんだ。
After decades of strife, I pray that God will...
秘密にはもう
Forgive
う
me.
ざり。
I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then?
自殺したのか。
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor.
え？
It was
あ
precious to
あ、
you.
妹のやつか。
You wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost. A breadcrumb. You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
気持ち悪くなってきた。
大丈夫か？
画面用意したのかな。
So where is Frederick's farm?
急
まあ、あまり
に
気持ちのいい話ではないよね。
いや単純になんか画面用意したのかな。ご飯食べてないしな。
Did you follow the tracks to the mine?
あ、
What led you to this place?
侵入禁止だったところ
All
じゃん。
these fragments. You would piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms.
北欧
Something
ってうちではすごい多いらしいもんね。
disagreements
そうだろ
lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick. Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
Hmm. よく見えない。
Betty?
開かない。いやー、ちょっと待って。ダメだ。マジで吐きそう。ダメだ。ちょっといやー、ちょっと終わりにする。マジで。
やめよう。休もう。
気持ち悪い。ちょっとね、明日やるわ。お疲れ様。ちょっと気になるけど、ちょっとマジで、
お疲れ様でした。
これ以上やったら、多分トイレに行かないといけなくなる。
無理しないで。
ありがとう。コウタさん、ゆうやさん、ラブシックさん、みーちゃん、ありがとう。また、明日できたら、やるわ。お疲れ様でした。ちょっと休憩するわ。ありがとう。じゃあ、バイバイ。